Hey book nerds, welcome to my channel. So it is August already and it is time for another Snakes and Ladders game. If you know what these are, I'll link the usual explanation video down below. This is how I pick my TBRs. I play a little game of Snakes and Ladders and it gives me random prompts and I pick books for those prompts. So August is a very, very scary month because there are about 4 readathons I want to take part in. I think I'm going to be sensible and only take part in 3, but that is still a lot of readathons. So I'm taking part in the Magical readathon, which is the scariest. I'm taking part in Thrillerathon, which I cannot wait for, and I'm also taking part in Fairy Taleathon. I will be doing separate videos for all of those, so I'm not going to discuss them here. But what I really need is for the Snakes and Ladders board to be kind to me this month. I'm only going to do 5 prompts, and I'm going to basically hope for the best, because hopefully this will result in books that will fit the readathon. If not, that is 5 more extra books I have to read on top of everything else. So let's start playing. So we finished last month on retelling, which would have been perfect for this month, but oh well. Let's see what we get. A 4. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's a snake there. Down the snake, and I'm on physical book. Okay, that's not too bad. So the first prompt isn't too bad. I got a physical book and I've decided to go with A Blade So Black by L.L. McKinney. My brother got me this for Christmas and this is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland. It's got a black main character and there's something, it's kind of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer-esque, I think. So she's in the real world going to this high school, and then she also has like monsters that keep coming into the real world from Wonderland, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, but this has been on my TBR for ages. I think this should fulfill some of the magical readathon prompts, hopefully. I'll be able to find one that it fits, and it'll be a good excuse to finally get around to reading this. So now I'm all the way back down here. I could potentially make my way back up to retelling. Let's see if that happens. 3, make sure I go the right way. 1, 2, 3, A to Z. So I landed on A to Z, which is where I randomly generate a letter and then I have to read a book beginning with that letter. I got K, which at first I thought was terrible, and then I remembered that on top of all these readathons I'm doing, I'm also taking part in the Bloody Beach readathon, which means I read Kill River in July and I get to read Kill River 2 in August. I'll link the Twitter down below. There are more books for the Bloody Beach readathon, but the Kill River ones are the ones that I've mainly focused on because they sound so good and I really enjoyed the first one. So yeah, this is a horror book about there was a water park. Basically in the first book these 4 teenagers find this abandoned water park and then someone starts killing them at this water park, and then at the end of the book someone escapes, I will not say who, and then the sequel is about the person who escaped finding out that a new water park is opening and it's scarily similar to the one that they just escaped from. So I really enjoyed reading the first one, I'll enjoy reading the second one. I can be on board with this prompt, this one's okay. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thriller, nice and easy. Yes, another excellent prompt. I got Thriller. Thrillerathon is happening. Of course I'm going to read a thriller this month. This one might easily change depending on my reading schedule, but I'm going to say at the moment that for this prompt I'm going to read The Third Mrs. Durst by Aguirre. This is an arc. It comes out in August, I think on the 8th of August, and it is about a woman who marries this man, this incredibly wealthy man, but he is abusive and controlling, and his first 2 wives died, and I think it's implied that he killed them, and she thinks that there's only 2 ways to escape him, either she will die or she will kill him first, and that's kind of the premise of this thriller. I got this arc ages ago actually and I still haven't read it, but it doesn't come out till August so I don't feel too bad about it. So I'll say that this is my thriller prompt, but I will definitely read at least 1 thriller this month, so it doesn't matter too much if it doesn't end up being this one. 3, so we're not going to land on retelling. 1, 2, 3, oh god, 400 plus pages. I did not need that this month. So I really didn't need that this month, but I got landed on 400 plus pages. I don't know if it's cheating to use an audiobook. I'm using an audiobook, and I'm going to read Wicked by Gregory MaGuire. I got this fairly recently, and this is about the Wicked Witch of the West, and it is her story. And it's basically a retelling of what really happened in The Wizard of Oz, and how things might not be how they seem. It might be cheating to use an audiobook, but it's going to be such a hectic month that I don't think I'm going to fit in a 400 page plus book on top of everything else that I'm trying to read, so I'm going to let myself cheat just this once. And the final throw for this month, because I have so many readathons. 3, 1, 2, 3, Queer. We did it, we landed on the top square. So I landed on the end square, the queer square, and I kind of discussed in a previous video what would happen if I landed on that square. I didn't 100% decide, but I decided that I was going to buy myself a book, and I was specifically going to buy myself a queer book that I've wanted for a while and I've been putting off because it's slightly more expensive than the books I normally buy. So I bought Once Upon a Rainbow Volume 1. This is a collection of fairy tales that are retold to be queer. I heard about this book from Kaz from Cats and Camera, who I'll link her channel down below. She's really awesome, go watch her. But after I bought this book, I realised that actually this anthology is more than 400 pages, so I'm going to switch up what I just said, and I'm going to read this for the 400 plus pages book, because this will work for Fairy Tale-a-thon as well. And then instead, for my queer prompt, I'm going to read something else. So what I'm going to read is an ARC that I've been given, that is I'm a Gay Wizard by V.S. Santoni. I haven't heard a lot about this book. It is a Wattpad book, which makes me slightly sceptical. However, I couldn't resist requesting it when I saw the cover and the title, and as far as I can tell, it's basically gay Harry Potter, so it's about a guy who goes to school, a school for magical people, but it's super queer. So I don't know if it's going to be any good, but yeah, I've decided that is my queer prompt. Once Upon a Rainbow is my 400 plus pages prompt. Still might read Wicked or listen to Wicked if it fits into one of my magical readathon things, but you'll have to watch the other videos for the readathons to find out about that. So that is all of my Snakes and Ladders prompts for this month. It's a bit weirder than most months because I'm trying to squeeze things in around readathons. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, it helps me out massively, and I hope to see you next time.